through setting up a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is that social network that is known for business. Really getting business done, connecting with your professional connections. I like to think about this as that like business networking group, but done online so you have no limits to demographic or how and when you can reach out to others. So in order to set up an account, of course, you would go to linkedin.com. If you don't have a professional account or account there, you're just going to click this join now and put in your email address and choose a password. You can also do a simple sign in with Google where they will connect it with your Google account. Now from here, I'm going to walk you through, though, a personal profile. Now, of course, yours is not all filled out like this, like mine, when you get set up, but I will walk through all of the settings that you can do within your personal profile. You definitely want to make sure that you are showing up as your best. I mean, think about like what I just said about this being that business networking meeting. You definitely want to make sure that you're dressed appropriately so you look good, right? You have maybe some business cards with you, so all your information's there. People know who you are and how they can reach out to you. You have all your information there to make sure that you are standing out in the best light. All right. LinkedIn also has a great thing built in where they will let you know different areas that you should be adding to your profile. So if you get set up, they're going to walk you through making sure that your business profile is set up at 100%. So first, you want to select a photo, of course. You want to make sure that it is just you in the photo. It is a shot where people can see you clearly. It's easy to identify you. It's not anything that has sunglasses or, of course, anything like that in it, but really something that makes you stand out. The next is your background photo. So definitely make sure that this stands out. Maybe you want to do something like me and where you've been featured in, as well as maybe this is like my tagline here and my personal logo. But they do give you some options to choose from. If you do not have a background photo, they will give you some options to choose from to at least to get started to make it stand out. The next is literally just working your way down this profile settings on LinkedIn. The first is making sure it clearly states what it is that you are known for, what it is that you do. This is your intro to let people know who you are, what it is that you do instead of just sales rep, right? Like make sure you have some clarity here and make sure that you stand out. You also want to select what you are open to within the LinkedIn profile settings. So if you click this edit button here, this is where you can edit your headline as your introduction, what your current position is, as well as if you want to show your background in education, your industry that you're in, where you are set up to work, and all of your contact details. So this is really important to make sure that you have all of the links where people can get in touch with you. You can set up, your Twitter. You can add instant messenger in here. You can select your birthday and if you want people to know that or not. But the more information you provide, the more people can learn more about you. The next section here is your about section. So this is where you have like this little intro that is almost like, hey, here's a summary of who I am and what I do. Now, of course, mine has like some emojis and stuff in there. Of course, you have to do what is comfortable for you, but make it engaging and really stand out. This is searchable. So you want to make sure that whatever you're putting in there is something that others can, if they're looking for someone that provides your service, that is searchable. This next section here is often overlooked. It is the feature section. So you can literally select what you would like to feature on your profile. So for me, a lot of speaking events reach out to me. I wanted to make sure I link in my, speaker reel, if you will, a little bit about my personal website. I wanted to link in some blogs that are new to make sure that this is featured on my profile. Now, you can edit this section and always choose what you want to show up. So I can always remove this from a featured section here and remove that and choose to bump something up as well as add something new in. Now, granted, this is something that I already had in here. A page on my website, I can always edit this if I want. You choose exactly what you want to show up. So this is that feature section on LinkedIn. This is just some insights that will show to you how many people are following you, your latest activity for what you're posting, which we'll get into in a minute. Your experience section, this is where you want to list all of your experience. Now, here's a quick tip. If you are someone that is a speaker or you've done something kind of big, maybe you've volunteered somewhere or what have you, I will add in, the events that I've spoken at in order to make those stand out, link it to my presentations, things like that. For you, it may just be maybe you volunteered somewhere. So you can put your description of what you did. It will ask like employee type. It could just be, something that you did, maybe an internship, a contract, what have you. But by being able to put this on here, now you can get a really clear look of all of your accomplishments and things that you've done. The next is your education course. You can fill all of that out, your licenses and certifications. So I'll put, anytime I get like certified in something, put that in here to make sure my profile still stands out that way. And the skills and recommendation section. So this is really kind of a cool feature of LinkedIn because you can add all of your skills in here. I believe they allow 50 skills. Yeah, 50 now. So you can truly really add all of your skill sets. So for example, some of them may be very similar. So like this one, for example, social media marketing, and then marketing strategy. These are all very similar. But what's great about it is when if over so many people endorse you, so like over 100 for all of these endorsements for me personally, then this is something that shows up then more often at the search level when somebody's searching for someone that has that skill set. So people can come to your profile and say, yes, I definitely agree this person has this skill set. It's a great way of standing out because other people are vouching for you, if you will. You can also take a skills test and quiz. So I have not done this yet personally, but I planned to do so because I'm already Google certified in ads, things like that. Now you do this for your industry. So you would search what your industry is, and then LinkedIn, since they have LinkedIn Learning, will provide just a quick skills test that they then LinkedIn is validating you, right? And they're giving others information and saying, yes, this person has been tested and for sure, they do have this skill test. This is a great thing to look at, especially think about like hiring someone. They may say that they have a skill, but now you can see if people are vouching for that, as well as can they pass this skills test, right? Like, do they truly have this skill set? It lets you know, the who's who separates, who's separated from the pack and stands out. This next section here is recommendations. I highly recommend getting recommendations. Now, granted, they can be solicited, so you can say ask for a recommendation, and you can ask a connection for endorsing you for something. So if I wanted to ask for a recommendation and maybe I want to type in someone, so like, for example, this person, I just, worked with them. You get to choose, what your relationship was. So like, for example, I just spoke at her event. So, I would want to customize this though. I don't want it to just say, can you write me a recommendation? You want to customize this specifically what you would like them to write a recommendation on. So maybe it was, maybe you worked with them and provided them service. Maybe you participated in some project together where then they can write their thoughts on your work. This is another way where people are vouching for you. The next section is accomplishments. So you can add to your accomplishments here, whether you've been featured online in different articles, things like that. You choose here, what you want to add as your accomplishments. So publications, maybe you have a patent, a course, a project that you worked on, honor an award, a test score, a language that you've learned, or an organizational accomplishment. So these are where you would list those out. Next, all of the company interests that you follow. So if you or what you're interested in. This gives a little insight to what you are all about, and will allow your profile to stand out. So this is a big one. As you can see, like LinkedIn will make suggestions here, and you can jump to each of these sections that I just talked about. But this is a great way to ensure that your profile starts standing out. Another one is just by posting content. So there's several different ways of posting content. LinkedIn has stories right now, just like everyone. Many of those social media pages have, YouTube has shorts for stories that will show up and disappear, as well as Facebook has stories, Instagram has stories, and reels that they offer. Twitter now has Twitter fleets. So they're all kind of jumping on this short form, daily type content. But whether or not you do that, the most important thing that you do is stay consistent with your posting. Now, people that interact on LinkedIn are people that are decision makers. They're movers and shakers in the community. One of the best practices are, if you have professional connections, that you search them out and go to connect with them, kind of personalize a message to get and learn more about them. So LinkedIn does make some suggestions for that, but let's see if I can find someone that maybe I'm not connected with. If I were to connect with them, I'm just going to search a random name here. So it's going to show me who I'm connected with first, but okay, this person I'm not connected with. So if I were to want to connect with them, instead of just hitting this connect button, what I would like to do is, either I can, follow them first, or I can go to connect with them, but I want to add a personal note to this connection request. Now I want to cancel this because I don't want to send it. I don't know this person. You only want to connect with people that you know, in order to make sure that you are really kind of building that profile of your own connections. So let's go back to posting though. So you can post via a photo. You can, add in videos, so videos that are saved. You can write an article. You can choose whether this just shows up, to anyone, only your connections, if it's just to people in a group, or if it's for an event. But one of the big sections that is often overlooked when it comes to posting on LinkedIn is this write an article section. This write an article is a beautiful way to write, original content that you want to feature here that also will show up under your profile. But it goes beyond that, because LinkedIn has this enormous news source called Pulse that is linked in to their profile. And what's cool, or their platform rather, what's cool about that is if you want to, learn more. So I'm just going to show you something here. If I want to write an article, let's imagine that I posted this article. Now I can, find certain things that I'm interested in. Maybe I'm doing a search. So let's do relationship marketing, since that's my jam. I want to just do a search on relationship marketing. I can find people that are associated with that. I can find posts that are related to that, but your content will show up on what is related to relationship marketing. Now, another cool thing is the hashtag feature. So you should use hashtags on LinkedIn. It never used to be the case, but now not only, should you use them, but you can choose to follow specific hashtags so you can see who else is publishing content with that hashtag. Of course, I use it all the time, so you'll see a lot of mine, but you can see who else is using that hashtag and what is showing up within that hashtag when it's being published. If you want to start out a post with that hashtag already in it, you can start from here. You can choose, what kinds of content that you want to post, whether, you're uploading a file, maybe it's a workbook or something you created, whether, here we go. Or whether it is uploading a video, like I mentioned, a photo. You want to make sure that all of your imagery, all of your content is still following the best practices of what goes into a good social post, which is making it personalized, making it open-ended, making sure it's styled so it looks like your brand across the board, and making sure that it is timely to what's going on today. So let's go back to where on LinkedIn, if I go back to my profile here, where on LinkedIn that your content will be featured after you post it, and where people can, like I said, follow your content on there, or they can connect with you as an individual. But a lot of people, if you don't know the person, but you want to, build a relationship, you can follow them instead of asking for them to kind of add you as this connection of a personal interest. You want to make sure first, maybe just follow them. They get a notification, they'll check you out. It's a great way of, starting and building that rapport. So if you post a article, all of your articles will show up here in your activity. And what's cool about this is what it looks like. Actually, it's just showing the engagement. So let me go to the actual article, like I said here, where you can tag others, you would post it, and people can still comment and engage with this article if they want, like this person did, and you can reply back. You can add a photo, you can add emojis, what have you. Okay, so this goes out to an expanded network. So you want to make sure that you're repurposing your content on LinkedIn. Another powerful part of LinkedIn is the inbox, the messaging. LinkedIn wants you to engage. So people, will, send you personalized messages. I like to use the voice message feature on LinkedIn, which is very easy. It will save up to a minute, and you can send an audio message back to someone that they're going to play that. They're going to listen to that. They're going to want to know what you said. So it's a great way of personalizing your responses on LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn profile, going back to the profile, you make sure it's complete. You make sure you're being consistent with showing up and delivering really good content on an ongoing basis. You want to make sure that all of your links work. So if you're, mentioning the company you work for, that when you click on it, it does take it to that company page, right? And what you're sharing, that you're showing up on LinkedIn to share engaging content. You want to make sure that it has like this magnet approach of drawing your ideal audience in versus having a bullhorn approach of just spraying a message out. So the other part of just creating an epic LinkedIn page is making sure that then you are engaging with other people's content that you enjoy, that you're seeking those people out. You're enjoying it, you make some comments back. It's all about the engagement. That's how you'll get engagement on your post. When other people see that you're supporting theirs, they're going to support yours. So I want to, check out something one of my, friends posted, or a local business posted, and now you have these reactions, so you don't just have to like it, you can show you care, support for it, you love it, insightful, you're curious more about it, you want to celebrate it, like it, what have you, but you want to make sure that you are engaging in a intentional way in order to make sure that you're standing out on this business platform, getting more business done. This is just a short walkthrough of a profile view of what you can do on LinkedIn. I know there are the LinkedIn company pages that we will walk through in another video on how to create your LinkedIn company page, like this one that I showed to you, Now Marketing Group, the agency. There is so much that you can do on LinkedIn. It is a powerful channel to learn, connect, grow, build relationships, and also build business. If you have any questions on LinkedIn and setting up your personal profile, let me know and we'll make sure to help you out.